everyone. I welcome you all in yet another episode of Unsung Warriors of the Civil Services. In this series, we are discussing the role played by the respected civil servants in transforming the society. Today, we are thrilled to have a very special guest with us, Prabhav Joshi sir. Sir is a distinguished IAS officer and he is currently posted as a collector in Rajkot. Sir also has various awards like National Water Awards, etc. So, thank you, sir, for joining us today.
Thank you for giving me the chance.
So, sir, the life of an IAS officer is very multifaceted. You have to deal with various roles, etc. So, can you walk us through a typical day or a week in your current posting?
Okay, as you mentioned, we deal with a lot of issues. On Mondays and Thursdays, we have our grievance redressal days. So anyone can come and put their problems across departments, maybe revenue, land related issues, maybe there are certain developmental issues like construction of a road or some sanitation related issues. And people expect that we give directions to the concerned department to get the problem solved. So Mondays and Thursdays go away in like this, and after that, on Tuesdays I generally do my file work. The role of collector is basically land revenue management. So if there are any disputes related to land, say between two brothers or various parties, so I hear their appeal cases. Also, the conversion of land from the say agriculture tenure to non-agriculture tenure, that process is handled by us. So we do that. Apart from that, we conduct elections, we manage the public distribution system, that is PDS, and midday meals, etc. So on Tuesdays, I do my file work. Wednesdays, also partly file works, and there are various meetings which are held by various authorities, like say Road Safety Authority, or we have to review the Anganwadi department, the ICDS, or the health department. So at collector level, there are many duties and many kind of meetings where we are supposed to play a role of a coordinator and an enabler. So many meetings are held. Then on Thursday, again, public visit and court cases. Friday, again, some field visit or I review the projects that are going on in the district. So suppose some national highway is being constructed, or recently we completed the project of AIMS Rajkot, which in fact is still undergoing, but the final boundary wall and it has been formally inaugurated. And international airport was also inaugurated. So I reviewed the projects on Friday. Again, on Saturday, we have various meetings, including with the political representatives and grievance redressal meetings, etc. So most of the work is either in presently in collector profile, it is more of supervisory nature.
Okay. So, sir, as we heard that you have been dealing with diverse things, and earlier also, like you were posted as an SDM, as a CEO, and then you worked in multiple fields like making sanitary napkins, then working in the field of women SHGs, including sanitation, water, etc., elections, then dealing with the biggest crisis like COVID. So, what were the challenges that you faced while dealing with all these issues?
Basic challenge is that you need to quickly learn the new role. So once from the field as district development officer, you get shifted to manage the COVID inventory. During peak COVID, the distribution of remdesivir, ventilators, etc. So you need to quickly learn the rules of procurement, the kind of stakeholder management that is required. You need to get accustomed to a new team very quickly. So that is one of the challenges that we face with every new posting.
Okay. And sir, what I feel is that ground level, like policy making is comparatively an easier task as compared to like implementation of it at the ground level and involving the citizens in administration. These are the crucial aspects that an IAS officer has to deal with. So how do you manage like implementation of the policies at the ground level and also involving the citizens in various initiatives?
Citizen, in my now experience of 10 years, as you rightly mentioned, any scheme or project is successful only when there's totally citizen involvement in this. For example, I will give the example that I have taken a pilot project of for my own self-actualization and satisfaction that I will construct the playgrounds in all the talukas or the tehsils of my district. So I feel where the local politicians or the students are actively involved, the project is running at a faster rate as compared to where only it is driven by my follow-up and administrative follow-up. So definitely any kind of developmental scheme or scheme which is based on behavior change. For example, the Swachh Bharat Mission,
Yes.
which is more about the behavior change as compared to infrastructure development. In such schemes, behavior change, communication, and collaboration with NGOs, collaboration with the religious people and local political people is quite important.
So, sir, talking about these initiatives only, what has been the most rewarding experience in your this journey?
So there have been many rewarding rewarding moments. The best one would be, I would say that we were able to timely procure medicines during the COVID period, worth rupees 1,700 crores, and without any controversy, without any issue. So we were able to step up the testing that was initially at zero, from 0 to 1 lakh tests per day. So you imagine the number of kits to be procured per day, its distribution, the supply chain, logistics, cold chain, etc. That was one thing. Similarly, remdesivir also, it was huge demand, and we were able to meet it to quite an extent. Procurement of ventilators, construction of liquid medical oxygen tanks in a short time, which again we did not have any prior experience to.
Hmm.
One was that. Second, during my rural development days in Kutch, we focused on reduction in maternal mortality, and we were able to reduce it from 53 to 37 by management, by providing more equipments at the primary health center, like cell blood counters, cell counters, semi-auto analyzers, X-ray facilities. We used to conduct the sonography camps in very far-flung area of my district. Kutch itself is the last district on the western side of India, and in the last of the villages, we used to provide ultrasound facilities, take a mobile, van, and get the ultrasound specialist in that, and for any antenatal defects, etc. We used to conduct those camps, regular monitoring. Also, set up three neonatal care units. So once the baby is born, for certain basic, higher level care is required in certain cases, and if that is provided, we can save a lot of babies. So I have been fortunate enough to set up three such units, one in Kutch and two presently in Rajkot, where the students of pediatric department, they are also, getting helped by the procurement of new equipments. They are also getting better training, and also lives of babies are saved because they don't have to travel to the district headquarters from areas which are as much as 100 kilometers far away.
That is very innovative, and also this shows your remarkable dedication towards the public service. And sir, like while
Thank you.
reading, I also came to know that like Gujarat is prone to cyclones, and recently due to global
जी,
warming etc. Arabian Sea में भी उसकी frequency बढ़ रही है. So
yes, yes,
इसमें आई रेड कि अभी जब बिपर जॉय आया था, सो देयर वर जीरो कैजुअलिटीज इन द डिस्ट्रिक्ट दैट यू वर हैंडलिंग. तो हाउ डिड यू
yes,
मैनेज
yes,
दिस, एंड स्पेशली इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट, क्योंकि अगर साइक्लोन्स हम देखें तो बे ऑफ बंगाल की साइड पे ज्यादा आते हैं, तो उस साइड के स्टेट ज्यादा प्रिपेयर्ड रहते हैं इन कंपैरिजन टू द स्टेट्स
yes,
दैट
yes,
आर लाइंग ऑन द अरेबियन सी कोस्ट. So what
yes.
measures you took, and how did you manage achieving the fiat of zero casualties?
So, cyclone in Arabian Seas, we have had bad experiences, especially in the Kandla cyclone in 2001, which proved to be very deadly. So, our state government is also very, very serious, and they, monitor us very well. They keep BCs at 12 in the night to, keep us on the toes. We achieved it through, again, public participation. We opened shelter camps for more than 10,000 people, and various NGOs and religious organizations, they came forward, provided shelter and food to the people who were, living in the low-lying areas. So, with the coordination of, amongst the various agencies, irrigation department, police department, we were able to convince the people who are living in the low-lying areas to evacuate timely. So, in cyclones, if you evacuate people timely, at least you
Hmm.
can save the human lives to a great extent.
Yes, definitely, sir. So one last question that I would like to ask is that people have various misconceptions about being an IAS officer. So what do you think are the misconceptions associated being an IAS officer?
Well, misconceptions are that people are not working in the IAS once they are getting selected. People think that they take things for granted and they just enjoy the glory that is there once you clear the exam. But that is not so. All kind of people are there. People are there who are working harder, very hard, working for the public and collaborating with across the agencies, trying to deliver great outcomes for the areas they serve. So I've known quite a few seniors who are very honest, very hardworking, focused, and not in the glam and glam sham thing. So this is one of the conceptions that life is very easy after IAS. As I again mentioned in the earlier comments, that you have to keep learning after every role. Suppose you are in a particular city, you get accustomed to it, but we have to change our cities every 3 years and get to know and get accustomed to a new team about whose capabilities we are not aware. Then we need to keep changing, keep learning about various departments, their rules. So suppose as the managing director of the power corporation, our roles and responsibilities and rules were quite different from the present role as a collector. So the stakes are also quite high. You need to manage all the stakeholders. These are the challenges that I face. And misconceptions again are that people are don't work, they just enjoy, they are just enjoying on public money, or they are they stop learning after once they clear the exam. But that is not so. I completed my MBA in finance after I cleared the exam very recently. So it is you cannot generalize. There are all sort of people as they are in the private sector or in any other sector. All kind of people are there everywhere, and if you are working hard, but I would say that it gives a great lot of satisfaction, which once you are able to implement such a project which you have envisaged and see the outcomes, it gives you a lot of satisfaction.
Definitely, sir. And what do you think? What can the bureaucracy do, or what steps can be taken to break such misconceptions? Because obviously there is good work going on.
Yes, so as you rightly mentioned, that we need to project our work in the right way in front of the public. Although in the earlier, the tenets of public administration is that bureaucrats are supposed to be anonymous, but through social media, in the age of social media, when there's so much of criticism which is unnecessary or unfounded, we also need to project and use social media effectively and come out with the works that have been done successfully to communicate to the people that there are people who are burning midnight oil everywhere in each government department.
Definitely. So that was a fascinating conversation, sir. Thank you for sharing your insights and experiences. But before
Thank
we
you.
wrap up this, any final message that you would like to share with our audience?
The thing is that as far as the UPSC and preparation for the IAS and other civil services is concerned, I think one must try if you have the inclination towards public service, or you need to give better, good, do good to the society. It is a very good platform. It gives you a vast diversity of work. Suppose I constructed 200 check dams in Kutch. So once you see that not only the human farmers are getting benefited, but even the birds and the animals are drinking from it, it gives you a lot of satisfaction, perhaps more than a higher paycheck. So always there's an option that you go for a higher salary job in the corporate sector, but this job satisfies your basic needs. You lead a respectable life. Also, you are able to contribute positively in various field if you so desire to. And presently, there is no one holding you back. You are virtually the head of the department since you joined since very early days. And whatever good you plan to do, you can do it. Nobody is there who is holding you back. It is up to your initiative how much you are able to deliver and conceptualize and serve the people. So if you are, having some bent of mind towards social service, towards doing good for the society, and I think it is a very good option. everyone, I mean, whoever is aspiring towards it, I wish them the best. But also at the same time, you should have a backup option. While I was appearing for the exam, I also appeared in GATE, got selected in Indian Oil, and this was my second attempt. So in the first attempt, I couldn't make it. So I started working in the Indian Oil through GATE. So don't spend many years on this, 2 to 3 years learning, or maybe you can join some post graduation course, and along with that, you can prepare so that your years are also fructifying into some sort of degree, and plus the knowledge that you gain during the preparation, it will make you much more rounded person. Definitely in any other this thing also, it will help you. So uh, definitely you try, but also be well grounded in the preparation. That would be my advice to the UPSC aspirants, to my seniors and colleagues. My words would be that there's a lot to do, and once you enjoy your job, you don't feel tired, and that is what I would like to say. Thank you, Nitya, for giving me this opportunity. It was long due, and finally today we have interacted. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू सर. सो इट वाज अ वेरी वेल आर्टिकुलेटेड अप्रोच और काफी प्रैक्टिकल भी है ये कि अगर हाँ आप 1-2 साल दीजिए प्रिपरेशन में, आप टेस्ट कीजिए एंड ऑलवेज यू शुड, इट इज लाइक ये सच में बेनिफिशियल होगा अगर आपके पास एक बैकअप ऑप्शन है, तो आपको आई थिंक वो प्रेशर आपको फील नहीं होता है कि ये नहीं होगा तो क्या
Yes,
होगा. सो दैट इज आप
yes,
हमेशा कुछ.
you give
यस
your
सर.
100%. You should not have regret that I did not do preparation when my full efforts. Make full efforts for 2 years, 3 years, and then if it is successful, very nice. If not, then we should fall back to our option two.
Definitely, sir. So it was a truly inspiring conversation, and your dedication towards public service is commendable. Thank you once again for joining us on
Thank
Unsung Warriors of Civil Services. We wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you, sir.